Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee. Welcome if you're new. So in today's video, I want to talk about English pronunciation in terms of syllables, what syllables are, and how we can use counting syllables to help us either correct or enhance our pronunciation. So first of all, have you ever encountered situations where you feel like you've already said something clearly, but they just don't get it? Those people of other languages just don't get it. Or when you heard some native speakers of English say some words, and when you were trying to repeat those words, you just couldn't get them exactly the way those native speakers did. So those dilemmas might actually caused by not counting syllables correctly or enunciating in syllables fully instead of the words. So let me explain this a little bit. Let's look at the word syllable. It has actually 3 beat syllable, and that means it has 3 syllables. If you were to skip on the second syllable, then it might sound like syllable. Then when you are saying syllable, people might get a little bit lost or confused as to what you're referring to, and that's when misunderstanding comes in and probably causes your kind of frustrations in language learning. And now let's go back to our topic, what syllables are. What is a syllable? To use a layman term, as I've mentioned, a syllable is a beat carried out instead of a word to show the loudest sound unit instead of those words. So you have words that only have 1 syllable, like dog. You only clap once, 1 beat, dog. And then you also have words that have more than 1 syllable, like apple. It has 2 syllables, 2 beats, apple. And then you get multisyllabic words, syllable. So we have 3 beats instead of that word. And then how we can find, or how do we define these syllables? To understand that, we have to understand IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. So essentially, different languages have their own different pronunciation system and phonological system. In order to study them more efficiently, a bunch of scholars came up with this universal chart of alphabet to suggest vowels and consonants for myriads of languages. So English is included. In English, you have vowels and consonants. Vowels, they're the most sonorous sounds instead of that whole chart. You get words, for example, food, which has 1 back vowel, ooh. And when you're making the sound ooh, you can feel that the air flows pretty smoothly. So that is called being unobstructed. And the vowel sounds are essentially all unobstructed when being made. So essentially your vocal cord remains wide open when you're making those sounds, vowel sounds. On the contrary, you get consonants, which are obstructed one way or another when you're making them. So you have the word apple. So toward the second syllable, instead of apple, you get the l, this liquid consonant sound, as in the letter L. Apple. When you're making this liquid sound, oh, you can see that your tongue is pushing upward against the upper teeth. Oh, so it blocks a huge chunk of the airflow, and that is called being obstructed. Oh. And then you also get a lot of other consonant sounds that had similar things happen to them. For example, the labial dental v sound, as in the letter V, vowel, vest, vent. So when you're making this v sound, your teeth, upper teeth and lower lip are blocking the air as well. V. So the air can only be released through that tiny slit. V. And now that we know what consonants and vowels are, let's go back again to syllables, syllable structures. The way syllables work is that it always has 1 vowel sound instead of it, because syllables represent the peak of sonority instead of a sound. So it represents the loudest sound unit. And vowels are pretty sonorous. So you have to include 1 vowel instead of a syllable, which is also called a nucleus. In some cases, you also get other consonant sounds attached to that nucleus. If the consonant appears before the nucleus, it's called an onset. You get words like day. With the word day, it only has 1 onset, one D consonant, and then one vowel, one nucleus, A. And then you also get the cases where there's only one consonant attaches to the nucleus at the end, and they're called coda. So you get word like eat. You only get a nucleus E and then one coda, T. The most frequent or most standard syllable structure, syllabic structure, is the consonant vowel consonant structure, the CVC structure. For example, in the word syllable, you get the first syllable spelled as in syll, so you get the first S consonant, and a vowel, and all, so you get the CVC structure for syll. So that is how you can spot a syllable instead of a word. Another method is to pull out a dictionary online and then type in those words to see their IPAs, so you can find the vowel sounds instead of those words and see how many syllables those words have. So now let's try this technique out with one actual word. You get the word algorithm, which you probably have heard somewhere because it's so frequently said nowadays with all of these social media accounts and platforms that you're using, especially YouTube. So YouTube has its own algorithm, and you're probably watching this video because you're interested in language learning and whatnot, and then the YouTube algorithm helps this video be delivered to you. How you can pronounce algorithm is by looking it up on the dictionary.com, and you can see how many vowels are there instead of this word, and thus how many syllables are there instead of this word. You can probably will see there are 4 vowels and 4 syllables. Algorithm. So the way you can pronounce it is by connecting them together. So fully pronounce each syllable, algorithm. So if you were to skip 1 or 2 syllables, for example, algorithm, then people, especially in fast speech, people might kind of need more efforts in understanding you. So you want to make sure that you fully pronounce each syllable. Alright, so try to find some more words and then practice this technique. Let me know what happens in the comment below. And if you have any more questions about syllables and English pronunciation, just feel free to leave a comment below so I will have a discussion with you or make more videos on it. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you soon in the next video. Bye!